Okay, then we like to hold your attention for a little bit longer for the closing and the award ceremony of this year's MIDL. And to not build the suspense too much, we will start with the awards. First type of awards we awarded this year were the CFAR travel grants, which were kindly sponsored by CFAR. And they were awarded to students who fell into one of two categories, or both categories at the same time. So one category was students from underrepresented groups and countries to make it possible for them to actually attend this conference and present their work. So it was only for students who had accepted work at this conference, of course. And the other category of students were students which had very highly ranked papers based on the reviews of the experts. So in total, we had these 12 people who were awarded student travel grants, so I think it's nice to give them a hand. And of course, thank you all for contributing to this conference.
Okay, then we had next Philips Impact Awards. Those are two awards, each of €1,000, and they're awarded to the two contributions that describe practical applications with a great promise of to be significant in society and in patients. So I would like to ask Milan Petkovic from Philips, who will give the awards.
So thank you. It's a great pleasure actually to be here and to listen to all this great innovation that was shown these days. At Philips, we would like actually to help 3 billion people to live healthier lives, and therefore we are giving this award. And I will not tell you a lot about Philips, etc. I will just would like to share one insight with you. Which is my own insight, but also shared with many colleagues. You know, if you do solve a problem and you know, create something novel, something innovative, you feel a lot of satisfaction. But if you know that actually what you do actually helps someone and saves some life out there, you feel even better. So with this award, we would like actually to encourage you to think about this from the first day. So maybe you would like to read.
Yeah, you want to read?
Oh, sure. Okay. Okay, sure. So the first winners are. So let me see. So the paper is on ROTD translational covariant convolutional networks for medical image analysis with Beckers, Lafarge, Mitkoveta, and then Apfenhoff and Usin Plime and Dietz. So.
Is Eric here? Eric, can you come, please, so we can give you the award?
You don't want it, it's fine. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, congratulations. Okay, so the second award is given to Michael Reichel for the paper NeuroNet Fast and Robust Reproduction of Multiple Brain Image Segmentation and Pipelines. So is the author here? Oh, okay, so co-author is coming. So what I haven't said, these awards were decided by chairs with input from the jury of the award who looked at the papers to be awarded and input from the reviewers.
So when we have an entire list of awards, so next one is the Nvidia Best Poster and Paper Award. So we'll start with the Best Poster Award to again explain a bit how this was decided. So the Best Poster Awards consist of a 1080 Ti GPU generously donated by Nvidia. So Guillaume will tell us a bit about this. And the way we judged the posters is we had a jury consisting of these three people. They went over all the posters, talked to all the authors, And in the end, they ranked all the posters and then ended up with one which they considered the best. So before going to the award, we want to build a bit of suspense. So Guillaume is going to say a few words first.
Thank you. Hi, we are also very glad to be here. As said several times, the AI revolution really rely on three factors: the availability of a lot of data, the GPU computing that emerge, and also a new algorithm. So as Nvidia, we are really proud to provide you with a huge amount of compute capability with our GPU in order for you to design and train neural networks. But however, solving ImageNet is something, solving medical imaging is a much challenging way to go. And so we are really here to listen to you and to understand where we can help. So this started a few years ago, and 1 year ago we started with showing that we can increase performance with our new Volta architecture, which allow you to reduce by 3 times your training, your neural network training, but it was not enough. So we decided to increase the memory also from 16 gigabyte to 32 gigabyte, but it was still not enough. You are a really challenging guy. So we decided to launch a gigantic GPU with half a terabyte of memory, which is a little bit cheating because it's actually 16 GPU very strongly connected together called DGX2. And with that, we hope that we can help you really to solve the memory challenge at least, but also the performance challenge with a 2 petaflop solution and half a terabyte of memory. So unfortunately, the award is not a DGX, but it's still one of our best GPU to start with and to prototype algorithms. So I'm glad to announce the winner.
So the winner of the Best Poster Award, Contextual Hourglass Networks for Segmentation and Density Estimation from Daniel Onero Rubio and Matthias Niepert from NEC Labs in Germany. This one. So one of our judges said on this paper that they made it a very nice extension to UNet, and it was like, she said, it was surprising to her that nobody thought of this before because it was such a great, simple change and it worked so well. So for the Best Paper Awards, we had a slightly different system of judging. So what we did here is all the papers which on average scored 3.5 on initial review were again judged by 3 jurors out of this set of 5 jurors. They ranked all their papers and we essentially at the end picked the paper with the highest average rank. And that paper was highly ranked by all of the 3 jurors which looked at it. And the winner of this award is the Obelisk paper, One Kernel to Solve Nearly Everything, Unified 3D Binary Convolutions for Image Analysis, by Matthias Heinrich, Ozan Okta, and Nassim Boutelia.
So for this award, this is a little bit more. This is very close to a DGX2. It's actually 1/16 of a DGX2. This is the the Quadro GV100, which is 125 teraflops. Oh, still something.
So we finally finished all the awards. So now we can actually move on to the closing part in which we thank all the people that need to be thanked. First, of course, congrats to all the winners again. Sorry, after 3 days of conference, I start mixing things up. So first, we'd like to ask the organizers of next year's MIDL to unveil where it's going to be. So I think Ben will do the talking.
A little bit, yes. We will keep this short, but it might be not a surprise by looking at the organizers. So Tom, myself, and George Cardozo have taken up the responsibility of continuing MIDL. And before revealing where that will happen, we would like to thank this year's organizers for having done a fantastic job, I believe, in not only organizing a fantastic conference, but also doing this in a time frame which I believe is impossible. 6-month time. Thanks all, Ivana, Gerd, Clarissa, Max, and Bram and the whole team for organizing a fantastic conference. Thank you. And I believe they have put us a little bit into trouble because they have set the bar so high. So we thought we need at least 6 months more. So MIDL 2019 will be in London. We will host this at Imperial College London. We thought a little bit about the problem of space. As we heard, there is already, this conference could have easily sold 500 tickets. So there seems to be space for growing. We took care of this a little bit by already booking a bigger venue, so we have space to grow. So spread the word, save the date. The date is fixed, 8th to 10th of July in London. And I hope to see all of you and many more in London and welcome you there. The timeline will change a little bit. So we thought about this a lot. We obviously wanted to consider other venues that are of interest and so on. So currently, our timeline looks like this. So we don't have fixed dates yet, but the idea is that full paper submissions will be already in mid-December. So hopefully you submit great papers just before the holiday season, and then you can relax over Christmas. The notifications are in roughly mid-February, which not only means that you get a notification before the MICAI deadline, but also you get reviews. So in case you're unlucky and your paper gets rejected, you can improve it and submit it to your second choice conference, which is maybe MICAI. But also we want to keep the abstract submissions alive. We thought this was an excellent idea to have. It enables people to submit crazy new ideas that haven't maybe fully developed, and it allows many, many more people to participate. So this will still be there, and it will be a little bit later. I think that's more or less all we need to say at this stage. We don't have a website yet, so just keep the date in mind. There will be news coming very soon. The website is now being set up. The venue is secured. So you see the lecture room that we have can fit up to 700 people. That's not the plan, but we have space to grow. The pictures on the bottom show you where the poster session will be. It's very close to our what we call the Queen's Lawn, so a nice patch of green next to our Queen's Tower. And because July is known for having a very nice hot British summer, hopefully we can use that open space there as well for discussions and coffee breaks and many interesting interactions. So,
just maybe as well, so we very much hope that this is really the beginning of a very lively community that's meant to grow and foster. This is a first amazing conference, but if you have feedback on how you see the conference and the community evolving, please drop us a line.
Yeah, and in particular, if you do have suggestions now, how we should maybe change or what we should add or what we should make different or what we should definitely keep, do send us suggestions, because we really hope that we can shape something really nice over the next couple of years. Obviously, MIDL 2019 will just be an attempt to be as good as this year, but hopefully there will be more coming up, and it would be really nice if the community can help shaping this. Thank you, and hope to see you in July in London.
Maybe you can do that.
And of course, we're already thinking ahead. So MIDL 2020 is going to be in somewhere. So we're actually hoping that people who are interested in organizing it in 2020 would drop us a line. We hope to decide this before the end of the year, and the exact instructions on what kind of proposal we would like to see will be put up online on the website. So please get back to us if you're interested. Now we really go into the thank you. So.
Yes. Can you do next slide? Okay, so we would very much like to thank our program committee members who have done the reviews and helped us organize this conference. We would also very much like to thank all the reviewers who were not in the program committee but have reviewed the papers as well. We would very much like to thank our program chairs, Bram van Ginneken and Max Welling, who have been very important in the organization, who have provided us great advice and guidance in the organization. Also, we would very much like to thank Felice, who has been supporting us throughout the organization. Then volunteers, Maximilian Ilze, Daniel Borau, and Jakub Tomjak, who have been running around here with microphones and standing at the desk and helping us these past 3 days. Then Nicolas Lesman and Jelmer Woltering for helping with the website and being our social media support. And then Pamela Mandler and Michael Spector from the Open Review, and Niels Klein and Rick Salom from the Congress Bureau. And then we would very much like to thank Clarissa, who has done all the work together with us, and she's not here because she's expecting baby anytime soon. And in the end, of course, we would one more time like to thank sponsors for their contributions to the conference.
So I think before I do this slide, I think Max and Bram wanted to say a couple of words to you.
Yes, because we have been thanking a lot of people, but I think clearly the most important people for making this whole conference possible are standing right there, plus Clarissa, who's at home and unfortunately cannot be there. So really a big thanks to Ivana, Geert, Clarissa, and also to Felice. And with that, I would say let's go for the drinks and the demos. These are up there, so you can visit them. And I hope you enjoy the final party. And indeed, hope to see you all next year in London.